What if I told you that the United States, the land of the free, the global superpower, isn't really calling the shots anymore? That some of the most crucial parts of its economy are controlled, manipulated, even threatened by foreign nations, some of them not even friendly? In this video, I'm exposing the countries that hold the US economy hostage. From Beijing to Riyadh, from Moscow to Brasilia, these nations are rewriting the rules of power, and America? It might be playing checkers in a chess game. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and join the conversation. Because this isn't just a video, it's a wake-up call. Let's start with China. The US owes it over $800 billion in treasury debt. But that's just scratching the surface. This is about control, and China has a terrifying amount of it. Think about it. China dominates rare earth minerals, antibiotics, tech components, and more. If China suddenly decided to pause exports, America's entire supply chain would freeze. And what's scarier? If Beijing sells off US debt en masse, it could trigger a dollar collapse and a Wall Street panic. That's not speculation, that's math. Next, Saudi Arabia, the oil kingdom that's quietly shaking the pillars of the petrodollar system. For decades, oil was priced exclusively in US dollars. This kept demand for the dollar sky high. But now, Riyadh is doing deals in yuan, rupees, and even gold. If the petrodollar collapses, the dollar's global dominance could end, and US inflation would skyrocket. One deal with China, or BRICS, could be the tipping point, and no one in Washington can stop it. Taiwan might look small, but it holds the beating heart of the digital world: microchips. Over 90% of the world's advanced semiconductors come from one company, TSMC. If China invades Taiwan or even blocks exports, boom, no iPhones, no Teslas, no missiles, no AI. Every advanced economy, especially the US, would come to a grinding halt in days. And Taiwan knows it, so does China. Let's talk about America's neighbor, Mexico. It's the United States' #1 trading partner. From cars to avocados, electronics to steel, US industries really rely on the Mexican supply chain. Now imagine Mexico closes just one border crossing. That alone can stall billions in trade every single day. And with rising political tension and cartel control, stability isn't guaranteed. The United States depends on Mexico. But who's really calling the shots? When Russia invaded Ukraine, the world changed. Sanctions? Yes. But Russia retaliated in a way most folks missed: energy warfare. Russia began selling gas for rubles, gold, and alternative currencies, basically cutting out the dollar. And you know what? It worked. Russia's economy didn't collapse, it adapted, and now others are following. If the United States can't control energy flows and can't sanction effectively, its geopolitical muscle weakens. Fast. Enter BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. What started as a trade bloc is now a full-scale revolt against US economic dominance. They're creating a new currency, new banks, new trade systems, and they're inviting other nations in. Argentina, Iran, even Indonesia. This isn't a theory, it's happening. If this succeeds, the US won't just lose control, it might become irrelevant. Here's the twist: America once colonized economies through trade, debt, and influence. Now the reverse is happening. US companies offshored everything for short-term profit. But now, other countries control the levers. They have the labor, the resources, the energy. America has debt and consumption. This isn't competition, this is checkmate in slow motion. But it's not all doom. The US still has a weapon: innovation. If it can rebuild domestic manufacturing, protect key tech, and secure energy independence, it could lead again. It requires pain, it requires unity. But most of all, it requires the US waking up to the game it's been losing. So here we are, the world's richest nation, held hostage by the very system it created. Is this the end of US dominance, or just the beginning of a painful rebirth? You decide. But if America doesn't take back control, others already have. If this opened your eyes, subscribe right now and join the conversation. Drop a comment. Which country do you think has the most control over the US economy? And stay tuned. In the next video, you will be surprised.